each other. Azerbaijan then saying that Armenia has expanded the conflict over the Nargono Karabakh by shelling another of its regions. Armenia, meanwhile, claiming that Azerbaijani troops executed 2 Armenian prisoners of war, a claim that they have swiftly dismissed. Let's go to Luke Schrager. He's standing by in the Armenian capital, Yerevan. Luke, it appears that ceasefire that was agreed during marathon talks in Moscow a while ago now is in tatters. What's the latest you can tell us about this conflict today?
Well, at least today in the de facto capital, the largest city in Nargono Karabakh of Stepanakert, a quiet day in fact. 24 hours that Stepanakert hasn't seen any shelling. The last time it was hit was around about 24 hours ago. That, however, has not been the case on what they're calling here the borderline, the line of contact between both sides, with bombardments going on in the north and the south, with Armenia accusing Azerbaijan of shelling civilian areas and villages and leaving casualties and at least 1 death, something that Azerbaijan was swift to deny. Now, word came from the authorities that the village of Karmir Shuka had been hit with Smerch rockets containing cluster munitions, and a sign of just how brutal the combat here is becoming. What we're hearing from people that we've managed to speak to inside Stepanakert is that people are fleeing from areas that are being targeted and fleeing to Stepanakert. Now, even with that influx, well, I'm not even sure I can call it an influx because there aren't that many people left. There are, at least in terms of the population that's left, possibly half the population has already been lost and have fled over the border into Armenia. Now, even as people talking to us from there were speaking of this constant feeling of fear, they simply don't know what's going to come next. This, of course, as Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev was speaking of what he calls the liberation of 3 villages in the Khojavend district.